It's like far. Whoa, hey guys. Anyway,
Guys, drink all natural flow going. Marx's preferred diuretic.
I like that. Anyway, so we're talking about how I, Tom C, am less of a curious fellow. I believe that you're kind of right, but
The thing about me is,
yeah,
I'm bi-curious. I simply have to buy everything. All right.
I'm interested in learning for sure. I'm always interested in learning new things. I love to learn.
Here's a question. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off immediately. Is there anything you don't care about learning about? Because there's kind of stuff that that just holds no interest to me.
Nah, I kind of like. Well, all right. Let me.
If this is too sidetracking, we can move on. It's fine.
Tell me what you would say is in your thing.
Don't super care about I don't really care about like microbiology a lot. I like studying like. I don't care a lot about a lot of biology. I like zoology a lot and botany. I think those are both very interesting. But like,
I would never go out and search for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, even that, like, I'm only interested in like studying very small subsects of like the study of animals.
Right.
Like, I'm fascinated about animal intelligence. I think that's really cool. But like, I don't care about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never gonna look up and be like, oh, well, this is the way that this is why crabs are so interesting, because they have crab-like characteristics that really are fascinating.
Yeah, I would say...
Did you know crabs are smarter than humans? That's not me. That's not going to be me.
Okay.
Crabs are saltier than humans, though.
I think you mean crabs.
He's going on Wikipedia. Replace his keyboard with 12 crabs.
I was such familiar hard, so I got a bunch of crabs. Anyway, here's the thing. I recently was made familiar with...
Honorary mayor of Hollywood?
No. A term was brought to my attention that I love and describes all of these losers on Facebook who subscribe to I effing love science. And the term is pop science.
Yeah.
So I really love the term. I never heard it until recently. But
that's a Maddox thing, isn't it?
Actually, yes.
That's where I heard of it, yeah.
That's where I heard it too, the best show of the universe, which is a great show.
Oh, I read it on the... He wrote an article that's probably about the thing that you're about to talk about.
But here's my problem is I don't think that I wouldn't say I'm that interested in the sciences. I would say that I like the greatest hits of science.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is fair. But at the same time, I don't claim to be a science person. I enjoy machinery and like
a hearty bout of science.
I enjoy like machinery, mechanics of things, how things work. I like electrical stuff. I'm interested in engineering, but I'm not interested in... I don't care about biology. I don't really care about micro anything. I am kind of interested in like nano machines and micro technologies and stuff.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think that stuff's cool.
But like I don't care about insects really. I don't care about parasites or like viruses or stuff like that. That doesn't...
Just as a side though,
good to see you again.
There's this one effing parasite. It's the craziest thing in the world. That I think it only attacks a certain kind of fish, but
the kind that replaces itself.
It replaces the tongue
with
of
itself.
the fish. With itself, yeah.
Yeah, that's always smart. That guy's a smart guy. It's because fish are too stupid to even care. But anyway, no, that stuff's interesting, and that's like what I said. That'd be the greatest hits of that. Because like, here's the deal. Are you going to get more cool with that on parasites? No, that's your coolest one.
Right.
That's the only one I need.
Yeah, that's going to be your...
That's the one I need to learn about. Bend over on the stream says, what about micro bikinis? Absolutely right.
My pleasure.
You know what? That's one micro thing we can all get into.
Go all the way down to the
except for a very large person may not be able to fit in a micro bikini. But anyway, yeah.
Dude, but I like it when they try to do it, though.
I get that, dude.
I like it when they try to.
Yeah, I get that. That's great. But yeah, that's whatever. I know what you're saying. But like, I don't need to know how every parasite works. I don't care about that. I don't care about those stupid graphs we had to do in science class. That's 4 grid squares.
Oh, Punnett squares.
Who cares? Who cares? I don't care about chromosomes. Don't really care about genetics. Because here's the deal. We ain't going to need to know about genetics. Once nanomachines work, then we're done. That's the highest form of it. We're not going to make new humans. We're gonna make robot humans. Let nanomachines take care of those pundits. You
Yeah,
know,
that's kind of my dream, actually.
to let nanomachines figure out the entire genome project.
My sci-fi science fiction dream is basically creating using nanomachines to create basically replicate a sperm and an egg and having them combine and essentially create like a robotic human, basically duplicating the same way that humans are like, you know,
That
grow
they
in
grow,
the
yeah.
womb. Yeah,
But why would that be necessary?
I just think it'd be really cool.
That's true. Someone says there's a parasite that apparently makes frogs grow extra legs so they can't move efficiently and get totally killed. So they can move on to the next host. That's cool.
That's terrifying. I
There's
don't
all
like that
sorts
one
of
bit.
All sorts of stuff like that. What were you saying? What were you just saying? I literally just forgot.
Parasites? You
No.
don't like
It was right before that, what you were saying.
nanohumans?
Yeah, okay. So, like, why would that be more effective than just making a robot?
Well, for starters, it could be an entirely automated process.
Apparently humans are one of its hosts, that frog thing.
You could totally automate the development process. You wouldn't need to like have a factory or anything. You could just have 2 nanomachines that would essentially be able to
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
yeah.
Hey again.
Yeah, but they'd have to be able to produce things.
Well, the way that you would do it is by
So we're not going to solve this problem on the show.
Oh no, I've thought about this a long time. Is that it's the same way that a lot of like that people think a lot of like the gray goo is hypothetically going to work. Is
Yeah.
that the initial nanomachines are just able to take matter from the area around them and construct new nanomachines, which then construct more new nanomachines, and that's how it would get created.
Yeah, then we'd all die. How fast do you think that Grey Goo is going to happen?
Dude, it's funny because actually it was actually a main plot point in Big Hero 6, the Disney movie that just came out.
People loved that thing.
That was a good movie. I think it won the Oscar.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that. I think I made fun of it on the show.
I don't think there were any better contestants except for when we talked about the Lego movie.
Also, box trolls. That's what I was saying. Good at Simon Pegg in it. Give it to him. By the way, this is gonna be a dumb question.
Okay.
Let's get out of the science talk
Shoot.
for a second. Why is "You've Got Red on You" funny?
You've got red on you.
It was a line from Shaun of the Dead. He said it, and it was supposed to be a big laugh, and I never got that joke. I get, because, like, I think earlier in the movie, he has, like, a pen, and, like, the pen leaks into his shirt, and someone says, "You've got red on you."
Oh, I thought, in my mind, when he said, because I didn't know exactly what scene you're talking about, in my mind, the way that scene would work is the,
We're just writing a new movie.
well, just the joke that comes into my head is, like, they just, like, bashed a zombie's skull in, and, like, the whole body exploded with blood. So, like, imagine a Nick Frost.
I think that's what happens.
Yeah, Nick Frost's, like, torso up is all covered in blood. And we, like, someone come up and say, "Oh, you got a little bit of red on you."
Yeah,
it's funny because he's got a lot of red on him.
I think it is something like that.
It's gotta be
That's
that,
almost
right?
a Krusty the Clown deal. Pretty good.
Like that, yeah, that's what I see in my head for that joke.
Yeah, that I don't know. I remember that's like something that gets referenced. There are T-shirts that say it, and I'm like, "Bleh," you know. Maybe it's one of those things British people like. You can't account for British people.
No. They're the most mysterious race, truly.
Oh, dude. So you want to know something kind of rad that you're not going to care about and no one's going to care about? So now, whenever,
Always.
yeah.
Of course. Do you even have to ask?
So now there's this new habit that I have when I go to visit my parents. My mom likes to waste a lot of time playing Candy Crush, so we have to wait for her to finish doing that before we can, like, watch Shark Tank or whatever I'm down there to do. So me and my dad will, we hang out downstairs with the massive TV, and we just watch. We've been slowly watching in increments The Man Who Would Be King with Michael Caine and Sean Connery, and it's like we're bonding over that movie.
I love that movie.
The movie's awesome.
That movie's great.
Like, so far, we're not that far in it because we got that much time. But it seems like a cool. It's definitely a good English movie. Got all the
It's a
English.
Rudyard Kipling novel.
I don't know anything about that. All I know is Sean Connery is apparently Alexander the Great. Beat that crap.
That's what.
Have you ever heard like if who could deny that as something that sounds rad? In this movie,
Rudy Kipling's in the movie because he wrote the novel.
I don't know who that is, so it doesn't matter to me.
This is the guy who wrote White Man's Burden.
Really?
Yeah, Rudy Kipling.
I don't know. Who is he in the movie?
He is the. I don't remember if it's Sean Connery or Michael Caine, but in the very
He's neither of those people.
yeah, he's neither of these movies. In the very beginning, one of them steals a watch from him, and he sees that it has the Masonic symbol on it,
Oh yeah,
and he's also a Mason, so he can't steal from a fellow Mason, so he gives it back. I think it's Sean Connery.
yeah. I kind of remember that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Rudyard Kipling.
Weird. Anyway,
Yeah, that movie's great. I love that movie.
Don't spoil it. I haven't gotten that far in it yet. We're like, I just got to the point where he like got shot with the arrow, and he's like showing it off, and he's just
Okay.
finding out they're like viewing him as a god.
So they've already sold them the guns.
Yes,
Okay.
and Sean Connery pretends to be a priest, a crazy priest.
We've
Pretty
got
great.
situation.
It's a good movie. You
What's going on with the accounts?
should listen to the comedy Bang Bang, where Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are on it, and they pretend to be Michael Caine and Sean Connery, and it's the funniest thing ever. Because halfway during the bit, they both change who they are, and they do the opposite impression that they were doing, and it's really good. I'm telling you, I should actually watch the show. So I watched one episode of the comedy Bang Bang show, and
Yeah, I've never watched it either.
it's the one episode I remember being super funny.
Yeah, it was really good.
Can you believe they're replacing Reggie Watts?
With whom?
Okay, well here's the thing. Reggie Watts got like picked up by one of the late night guys. He's now like going to be a mainstream late night band host. Which, first of all, is crazy. I could look that up.
Is it Seth Meyers?
I was in my head. It was him.
That's the only person I can think of. Unless Colbert's getting him.
I'm looking it up. James Corden's? Oh, that's a terrible choice. James Corden's not the one who's going to last.
Who's James Corden?
He's a CBS late night show. He's apparently replacing Craig Ferguson. By the way, Craig Ferguson, that was a real loser. Anyway, I never liked the Craig Ferguson show.
I never watched it. He was funny on Drew Carey.
Yeah, but it was a bad show because it was way weird. Like his co-host was just this weird like animatronic robot skeleton. I'm not making this up. Like for some reason, it was just like a thing that was happening. I don't know why. It was not interesting. It was not funny. It was just like watching a crazy person talk to themselves. The bits weren't good, and the comedy wasn't funny. But anyway, yeah, I didn't like it. But this James Corden guy, nobody knows who he is. Some other British dude. And apparently he's getting my boy Reggie Watts, though, so...
Rip off Reggie Watts.
Or Loop Kings of Philadelphia. So, like, Reggie Watts going to leave Comedy Bang Bang Show, getting replaced with
Glad you were able to get my
hip-hop
people freed.
guy, who you probably have heard of, but never heard any of his music. Kid Cudi. Cudi.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like a real dude. Like a real dude, which is a weird choice because it's not, like, funny. It seems like a weird, like, match for that show. I don't know if he's any good at, like, looping or beatboxing, whatever, but, like...
I mean, you gotta imagine he's at least kind of good at beatboxing.
I don't know. Maybe that's just not what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, I don't know. I always feel he's a big-ass crows.
Remember how if you hit that one name on that stone, that guy gets mad?
I bet you if you just shoot it, he gets mad. I don't
Yeah.
think you have to be a specific thing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Also, he's not here, apparently. Apparently, he has the day off.
I think he's in the bar or something. Anyway, yeah, that show was really good, and Reggie Watts is one of my heroes. Heroes is strong. He's one of the guys I like a lot.
That's good. I'm glad.
Word hero is thrown around a lot these days.
Need anything?
You want to not point that gun right at me there, pal?
Listen, it's scary. It's scary to be a guy.
Scary to carry almost nothing.
He's trying to make money to buy some stuff to sell. Think about that. Anyway, everything's great. Comedy's good. It is crazy how all the late night stuff's getting mixed up. Not that I ever really watched it.
No, but it is all happening pretty much at the same time, which is weird.
I respect Seth Meyers. 'Cause apparently he was the head writer on Saturday Night Live for some of the best seasons.
Yeah.
Some of the best recent seasons.
Yeah. And he was a Weekend Update guy.
Yeah, he was good on that. He's not a bad dude. Apparently, Jimmy Fallon's ripping it up. Conan O'Brien, I feel like, is getting a little bit forgotten about, which I don't like. They all are attacking it in a really strong way, though.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I think Colbert's going to be pretty dangerous.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a big...
It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, that's going to get a big audience.
It's going to be a big deal. I know this sound... What happened to you?
I think it's probably just running a little better.
Yeah. But yeah,
that's gonna draw a huge crowd.
It sounds like such a mediocre topic. Like something that like old people would talk about. Which
is weird because we don't watch any of this stuff.
We don't watch any of it.
Yeah.
I don't think young people watch it, but I think the goal is to have young people watch it. I think
that's a big
Conan
part
kind
of
of
it,
proved that young people are interested. You know?
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you.
You did?
Maybe you could do me a good turn and not scare me so much.
It's just scary.
Dude, that's one thing I hate about this game.
Yeah, dude.
It's like anyone is just like...
It's because you get in the zone, and then all of a sudden you're like broken out of it.
No, because like it's the thing that you're talking about with the guy with schizophrenia a couple episodes ago.
Ugh.
You don't know who's following you, who's fucking smiling at you.
Dude, literally nightmares for me. I always would think about this because I would go to bed super late at night, and I used to sleep right next to a window. And so
No.
in my head,
No.
if I had just read like a creepypasta thread or something, in my head I would kind of imagine a person just standing out my window looking in.
Yeah, of course you would.
Or even worse, this would always scare me a lot. I would look out the window and imagine if there was a face right there,
Yeah.
as though like it was some kind of creature that
Could float
or
was
was
very tall.
grotesquely tall.
Yeah, that's
which
not
was
good.
much more horrifying.
Dude, you know me, like one of my...
Like that's remember in BioShock when the person was right there?
Yeah.
That's the worst fear. Because you know what it is? It's a person who could have done harm to you
Yeah.
and doesn't. I always talk about that. That's the worst.
Dude, you know, we've talked about the show a lot, but it bears repeating. Like that's my as far as like it's not an irrational fear because it is like a fear that people have, but I take it to an irrational level. Home intruders, home invasions scare the shit out of me.
I had my house burglarized. It's something that happens.
But like I am like paranoid about it. I am crazy about it.
Sometimes there'll be days where I will get the idea that there might be someone in the house, and I will explore every room with a bat or with some kind of weapon, even though I wouldn't be able to fight it. But like sometimes I need to clear rooms.
Yeah,
totally happens. You know what I mean? Someone wrote on the stream, there were a few good years in high school where I didn't know who Conan O'Brien was, and I thought people were talking about the Barbarian.
That's good. I
like that. But yeah, it's scary. It's real.
Yeah, it's
the idea that
I won't go into why I'm so scared of it because it has to do with a traumatic moment of of TV watching as a child.
It's not traumatic as much as it is you got impressioned.
I don't know, man.
You
this
got
was
imprinted.
traumatizing. This stopped me from sleeping. This stopped me from sleeping comfortably for many years. Like when
it hits you hard. I think I know the story.
I've talked about it on the show before, but there might be
let me see how much I remember.
Okay.
So apparently there was an episode of like America's Most Wanted or something like that. Like,
pretty close.
Yeah. Well, don't.
I'll take it.
And apparently there was this guy who would come in and like draw on children's faces and just sit by their bed. I got really scared by these noises. He apparently wouldn't hurt any kids, but he would like come in and just sit.
Assholes always have to kill these guys.
They did it last time too.
Fuck you. Why are you starting off hostile anyway?
I think maybe the diner guys fight him. But yeah, he apparently wouldn't hurt the kids. He would just like do stuff to them while they slept and then leave. Is that more or less accurate?
It's pretty close. You did pretty good.
Thank you. I seem to recall him like putting makeup on a kid or like talking to them.
The major plot point that you are missing is that he didn't do anything to the... I mean, I'm pretty sure he was a burglar, but he didn't do anything to like... He didn't interact with anyone. What he did was...
I'm going to get the chills just when I hear it.
Oh, no, it's going to be bad. I'm thinking about it. It's just the worst. No, not Lupe.
Lil Lupe.
Dude, I always got to keep these people alive because they have some of the better food stuff if you're doing a hardcore run.
Looks like you failed.
But, so this guy would sneak into people's houses. He would eat food from their refrigerator. Then, and
So far, he seems like a fun-loving rogue.
Then, and this was always the scariest part, he would just look into their pantries or whatever, and he would just coat his face in flour. So he had like a ghostly looking face on.
Mm-hmm.
Then he would walk into people's rooms and just sit on their bed and watch them while they sleep.
Great. That speaks to me of a mental problem.
Yeah, and that scares me. That image scares me to this day. I'm still terrified
It's
of
a
that.
horrifying thing. Guys,
And I've tried to find it online. I cannot.
why would you want to?
Dude, because
You
it's
want to
like
see if it's been resolved?
I just want to see if I can like face it, you know? Like maybe if I see it now and I like see it's like a super goofy dramatization and like
Well,
maybe,
I'm sure it is.
I know, but like I
Remember what we had to do? Guys at home, there was this one creepypasta that affected me kind of harshly. For some reason, it made me scared for a long time. Not a long time, but I was scared of it.
see me juke those balls, by the way.
Yeah, it was a slalom. So anyway, yeah, it was the stupid story. It was about a babysitter, right? And she's watching these kids. And it's long story short,
Is it Thump Thump?
Thumb Thump is awful, and we're not even talking about that. That one's not funny.
Oh, I know which one it is.
Yeah.
I love this one.
It actually scared me a lot. But it was a story about how this girl was watching these kids, and the kids were asleep or whatever, so she like went upstairs and watched TV in the parents' room.
Yeah.
And so she like called the parents. She was like, I'm really shortening. She's just like, hey,
You're getting to the greatest hits.
yeah, she's just like, hey, yeah, the kids are all fine, everything's good, but like, you have this like clown statue in your room. It's kind of like bothering me. Can I like
Put a sheet over it or
put a
something.
sheet on
Yeah.
that or something? And the parents just go, take the kids and get out of the house. We don't own a clown statue. Boom. People are floored. Creepypasta's in full effect.
Yeah.
I've also heard the story with an angel statue,
Yeah.
which is also bad. But that story like scared me. I was like real scared about it. I don't know why, but it like affected me because the idea of someone being there and they could be doing something to you, but like that's the moment, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I also saw a comic one time. It was like a creepy comic, but it was
Let me bring this traffic down.
oh, dude, I think if I remember correctly, it was a little girl
Oh,
on
it smells so bad.
it's a little girl on a bed, and
Oh yeah.
I can't remember correctly.
Okay. Little girl on the bed. She's home alone for the first time, but she's safe because she puts her hand down below the bed and the dog licks her fingers. Everything's great.
I'm thinking of a different one. I don't like this.
Oh, you never heard this one?
I don't like this.
She wakes up the next morning, and her dog's dead, and written on blood, there's, I guess, the dog's blood on her wall is, yeah, it's a great gift.
Gotta love kittens. Sorry.
Hold on, this guy just died of cancer. Oh no, he's probably shot to death. Yeah, and then she wakes up the next morning, and written in the dog's blood on her wall is "People can lick too."
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
Nope.
No. The one I'm remembering is I think
Nope.
it's a comic where like it's a dad tucking in his daughter, and the daughter's like, "Could you check under the bed for monsters?" And he goes next panel, he looks under the bed, and his daughter's under there, and she's just saying, "There's a monster on my bed." And that's it. That's bad news.
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that one bit.
No, that one scares me too. It scares me bad. But anyway, so this clown story, right? It scared me a lot. I told it to my good boy D Marx and two other friends we had. We were driving in the car, and I was like, yeah, I was really scared about it. It's lame. I'm scared of it. I don't know what the deal is. It just bothered me.
I really like our solution for this, by the way.
And so we talked about
They're
it.
21.
Yeah, it's a lot. And for some reason, we were just talking, hanging out, and then we kept saying it. We would say it about anything. Like, we would just have a conversation and be like, oh, yeah, I'm thinking of buying a 3DS, or like, whatever. And then someone would be like, take the kids and get out of the house. We don't have a 3DS. Or it'd be anything like that. It'd be like, hey, can I maybe have one of those Mountain Dews in the fridge? Just be like, take the kids and get out of the house. We don't have any Mountain Dews. It was just
We're
always,
like this for everything.
it was for everything for like a month. It was like all the time. And now I don't get scared when I hear that story. I just laugh at it. I think that's what horror movie people do. Like when people who watch a lot of horror movies, they aren't scared of them anymore because they're just like funny. They like see like the funny parts of them.
That's not true. I know a few people who love horror movies but are absolutely terrified by them.
Nope, not me. Not interested in watching those.
Yeah, I know people who just embrace the feeling of being very scared.
Yeah.
But like, there haven't been too many like.
Dude, the hair on the back of my neck is standing up from a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there aren't too many movies that I've seen that have been really scary. My brother likes horror movies and he watches them occasionally, but like he's much more. And I've always said that, like, because Saw's just like gross. I don't like torture porn. I don't like any of that stuff. That doesn't scare me.
Slasher is a real genre, and I don't think it's supposed to be scary. I mean, like, it's scary, but at the same time, it's more like we just want to see how ridiculous the killing can be.
Yeah,
I don't enjoy that kind of stuff. I've spoken many times about that on the show. It's just not something I care about.
yeah, but there are like thrillers. That's a great song.
And Michael Jackson was thrilling America.
Yeah, but like you see a movie like Silence of the Lambs, that's a generally scary movie for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah,
Because like yes, there's like some disturbing imagery. People getting their faces eaten. People getting, you got lady skin suits.
I never saw that movie. Talking about a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah,
A Buffalo Bill.
she a great big fat person. Anyway, like that's a scary movie to me because it's not. It's less the fact that that like, oh no, people are getting murdered. It's more the fact that like murdered. Oh my god! It's more like the Buffalo Bill guy is like seriously like terrifyingly disturbed. He's just like this piece of shit redneck essentially.
Yeah.
But like he's just got a lot of problems and it's just very scary.
Yeah, it some movies just affect you in a way where you're like, oh, this could be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is something. Well, it kind of was real. Wasn't that one guy, Ed Gein?
Yeah, it was based off Ed Gein.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Actually, I was talking to a friend of mine about that because I recommended that we watch, and she's like, "That movie's based off Ed Gein." I was like, "I know, that's why I recommended it."
Yeah,
because she was reading a book about him, and I was like, "Yeah, we should watch Silence of the Lambs one time."
Yeah, the movie's weird. I never watched it, and I never will. I actually saw Red Dragon, if you can believe that.
Red Dragon was good. It was less good.
Why would I have seen that? Who would take me to see that? Why would my parents make me go see that?
I have no idea.
Or they're like, no, you'll like Red Dragon.
I liked Red Dragon a lot. The plot isn't quite as good as Silence of the Lambs, but I like the cast a lot more. The cast was really great.
Well, it had someone that I liked a lot.
Edward Norton,
I think it had...
Ralph Fiennes,
Nope. You know who it is.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Nope.
Hold on, I'm gonna get this.
You're going to get this. He's one of our favorite guys. Come on, dude. He had a very small role.
Very small role in Red Dragon.
You can do it. I'll give you... if anyone on the stream guesses it before D-Marks gets
Was it
it...
Sam Rockwell?
No, he wasn't in it.
I know he wasn't, but yeah, but that seems to be an answer quite a bit.
You might not know he's in the movie. Come on. It's one of our favorite people. He was in a video game.
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman!
Gary Oldman was in Red Dragon?
Yep, he was the guy who was brutally disfigured. There's like a dude in it who's like burnt a lot or something. I'll look him up. I know he's in it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman gets burned alive.
We're gonna look that up.
I don't know Gary Oldman was in that movie.
Okay, IMDb. How dare you give me an ad? Red.
I don't think Gary Oldman was in that movie.
Pretty sure he was. Let's make sure I'm right about that.
I hate to tell you, but I honestly don't think he was.
Pretty sure he was.
I watched that movie a few times, and I do not remember seeing Gary Oldman at all.
Mike Cavanaugh's in it.
Of course. Not to be confused with Tom Cavanaugh, another one of your favorite people.
I'm not seeing him on here.
Yeah, I don't think he was
So
in
what
the
am
movie.
I thinking of?
You're probably thinking of Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's the guy who gets really burnt.
I'm looking this up. I really thought... Someone, I think, was trying to say that Keith Jarabica was in it, but I don't think he was. Good guess, though. All right.
Keith Jarabica was in The Dark Knight.
He sure was. I was sure he was in that.
No, I'm 100% positive he was not in the movie. Maybe he was in, like, Manhunter?
I really, really thought He was in this. I need to. He's in Tiptoes. What? Sorry.
I've never seen Tiptoes.
I haven't either. It's on. He's in Hannibal. Gary Oldman was in Hannibal.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
It might have been what I was thinking of. They do Tiptoes on How Does Get Made.
That's right.
I saw Lost in Space from 1998.
I did too.
He's in The Fifth Element.
Yeah, he's the guy with the weird part.
Yeah, I knew
In his
that.
hair, not.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I thought he was. He didn't. Isn't there a role where Gary Oldman plays a person who is extremely injured, and you can barely see his face? I'm 100% confident in this.
Maybe you saw Hannibal.
Is he in Hannibal?
I thought you just said he was. I thought we just talked about this.
Okay. Someone's saying on the stream that he might not have been credited. I'm looking. I'm gonna find it.
I hope you do. I'm curious.
I really, really feel like I'm right about this. Oh boy. Okay, he was definitely in Hannibal, and he looks the way I thought he did in Hannibal. So maybe there was a flashback in Red Dragon.
Maybe you just saw Hannibal.
I saw his picture in Hannibal. I guess I was thinking Hannibal. I goofed up.
Yeah, you
By the
probably
way,
saw Hannibal.
it's real scary in Hannibal.
Was he the
I'll show you a picture. It's awful.
Was he the guy in Hannibal? Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, he's just they put so much makeup on him, we wouldn't even know who he is. Okay, who is the person that there is... In Red Dragon, there is a person who, like, has something terrible done to them. And, like, it shows pictures of it being done. I think they have, like, glass put in their eyes. Do you remember this?
Maybe. I think that was probably Hannibal. I really think you saw Hannibal. I do not think you saw Red Dragon.
I did not. I went to the theater and saw...
I think you saw Hannibal.
Yeah, someone put mirrors in someone's eyes.
Oh, yeah, that was Red Dragon. Yeah,
she-
he didn't like stab them in the eyes with mirrors. But when Rafe Fiennes killed people after he killed them, because he would like go into people's houses and kill like entire families.
Mm-hmm.
After he did that, he would put mirrors on their eyes.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna do a quick dad here. He'd put mirrors on people's eyes because like apparently it made them look alive.
Oh boy.
Oh, Red Dragon's so good. Like I said, not as good as Silence of the Lambs, but I like the cast a lot more.
Okay, so the Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and Red Dragon.
Yes, and there's also
Whap.
there's the first movie I think they made was actually Manhunter,
I've heard about that.
which is it's either an adaptation of Red Dragon or Red Dragon was an adaptation of Manhunter. But it's the first movie, but it didn't have like Anthony Hopkins in it, but it was the first like Hannibal Lecter movie. Then they made Silence of the Lambs, and that was like the incredibly popular movie that everyone loved.
Yeah.
That's where
Everything
Hopkins got
happened.
his Oscar.
Got his Oscar.
He got his Oscar. He got the fun fact. He got his Oscar for Best Actor for being on for the least amount of screen time that anyone has ever won the Best Actor Oscar for.
Weird.
I think he had 16 minutes of screen time, but they gave him the Best Actor Oscar. Anyway, so then you had that, and then you had Hannibal, which
Probably
was
liked less.
yeah, people didn't like Hannibal too much, from what I understand. Apparently, that was super weird because apparently, I think Clarice ends up falling in love with him or something. It doesn't sound very good.
Yeah.
But you have
What kind
that.
of name is Clarice anyway?
Not a lamb, stop, not Clarice. But yeah, so you had that. Then you had Red Dragon after that,
Yeah.
and then you had
That's it.
no, you had one more movie which was like a prequel to the whole thing. That
Super Red Dragon.
that showed like Hannibal Lecter's backstory.
You sure you don't mean the TV show?
No, this would be in between the TV. This would be before the TV show. The TV show would be in between this movie and Red Dragon. I don't remember what it's called. I don't even think Anthony Hopkins was in it. But basically, it showed that
Hannibal Rising.
Hannibal Rising. I watched that movie in the basement of my best friend's house for some reason. For some reason, we decided that would be the good.
Terrible name, by the way.
I'm just happy you were able to find that so quickly. It was going to legitimately bother me.
It's got Gaspard Ulelli in it.
Yeah.
We've got Rise of Fans. Lee Gong. Boy, a lot of heavy hitters here. Is there anyone I would even know in this movie?
No. Like I said, I don't know anything happened.
Richard Brake. Sounds like a joke name. No, Anthony Hopkins for sure isn't in it.
Yeah. But, yeah, because that showed, like, because the backstory that they gave him was that Lecter was in, I think he was Polish. He was either Polish or Czech, but someone who got invaded by the Nazis, and he was Jewish. He was trying to, like, escape. He and his sister got captured by Nazis, but, like, they had to... They were, like, running away from the Nazis. They eventually got captured, and they were all starving. So, basically, what ended up happening was...
yeah, they ate his family.
He ate his... It was one of those things where, like, they weren't, like, trying to be cruel, but they, like, made him eat... They were like, kid, you need to eat. Here, eat this. And, like, you know, he ate it, and then they found out later that it was his sister. So, like, the whole movie is him getting bloody revenge on the Nazis who made him eat his sister.
See, that sounds cool, kind of.
As I recall, it was not very good. I have not seen... I've seen Hannibal Rising. That was not very good. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. Seen Red Dragon. I've never seen Hannibal. I've never seen Manhunter.
Here's a dumb question.
Here's a dumb answer.
I don't think you can give me a dumb answer to this question.
I'm not sure about that.
Why do you think that...
Give me a chance.
Why do you think that, for some reason, very often, or often, with horror and with violence,
Horror.
it is often paired with sexuality? For instance, apparently Red Dragon had sexuality in it.
Yeah.
There's often
That
like...
was a weird scene.
Yeah, apparently, like always, in every horror movie, there's always some kind of sexuality thing. They always have it. For some reason, occult is also given sexuality a lot, but that makes more sense to me for some reason.
Yeah.
But, like, for some reason, like, horror often has sexual elements to it. That, I think it serves to make it more disturbing, but...
I think that's part of it. Also, I think of, like... In some ways, I think it...
No. Oh, nice. Roach tapes.
Oh, neat. In some ways, also, I think it kind of speaks to... And this is not,
Use your words.
Who's talking? In some ways, I think it speaks to, like, the idea that, like, violence is, like, sexy in a way. Mm-hmm. And, like, because, like, I think it has...
Popular philosophers Bush once said, "There's no sex in violence."
Mm.
In their classic song, whatever that stupid song was.
But, because, like, I think it's, like, one of those things where, like, if you use the transitive property, the way I see it, at least, it's like... No, just give it a second. It'll come around.
No, I'm laughing because he said "poverty."
Oh.
Like a dumbest scientist ever.
Tom Popperty, right?
If we use the transitive property...
Dr. Travolta over here.
Yo!
Hey, Sandy! Where'd you get those lab results from?
According to the transitive property, it makes it kind of sexy. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you in Horror Movie 201 next year.
Sit on it.
It was cool teaching you guys.
That's little does anyone know. That's exactly how that sound.
So we're gonna do pointed squares today.
Now you're on to Stallone.
Oh, sorry. I don't know who I was doing the first.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. I don't know.
Before it sounded like you did Travolta.
Whatever. They're all great. It was more of a welcome back Cotter situation.
Travolta was in that.
You think Travolta's gay?
Uh,
Do you think Taylor Lautner's gay? Would you like to see Taylor Swift being gay?
Maybe.
Great. Great.
There were a lot of words being thrown at me there. I had to think about them all together.
It was stream of consciousness. Is what I do.
But yeah. Oh yeah. So by using the transitive property, so like, if you go with the idea that violence equals power and power equals like sexiness,
Right.
You know, that's also what I could possibly see.
Yeah, I can see you going there.
If it's bad news, you can.
I don't have bad news.
Looks like your mouth's bleeding, buddy.
He just seems really sad.
It's like a cartoon camel. Anyway, this episode's surely over. Guys, it's been a very informative couple of episodes.
I did it.
And we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Maybe. Here it comes. Oh boy.